Palak paneer, it's a famous Indian curry. It's distinct because of its green curry sauce. So I'm going to take that concept and instead of serving it with paneer, I'm going to substitute it with some barramundi, and it works a treat and it's absolutely delicious. So in a pot, we're going to start with some ghee. I love the flavour of ghee. It's a clarified butter. It's got a slight fermented flavour to it too. We want a spoonful. You can see that it's solidified. So we just need to use a spoon just to scrape some off and then straight into a pot. And let that melt away. To this, I will add some onion. Give that a stir. And also some chilli. Now, to stick with that green theme, I'm using a green chilli. I'm going to leave the seeds in for some extra heat. If you want it milder, you can absolutely take the seeds out, or what you could use is a green capsicum for this. That'll make it sweeter and it's fantastic for the kiddies. So in with the chilli, another little stir, some garlic, fresh garlic, and I like a good hit of ginger. So I'm just going to thinly slice the ginger. Now this is going to be blended, so I don't have to be too pedantic about my cutting skills here. We just want to get it straight into the pot and cook down. Okay, now for the spices, some whole spices, cloves, just a few cloves, 1 or 2. And you can use some ground cumin, but I love the nuttiness of whole cumin seeds. So a sprinkle of them go into our onions. That's going to really flavour up the onions. Some ground spices, some turmeric, along with some extra chilli powder, and finally some garam masala. Okay, just with our spoon, we're going to give that a mix. Always when you're cooking with spices, to really bring out their flavour, a good pinch of salt. So I'm going to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. We really want to soften those onions and let all those flavours mingle. Then I'm going to blend it with the spinach. Now you need quite a lot of spinach, 300 grams of spinach. I've blanched it in some water. Now you want to blanch it so we really retain that vibrant green colour. Just make sure once you've blanched it, squeeze out all the excess water. So we'll blend that along with our onions and then we'll continue the process. All right, we've got this luscious green mixture ready to go for our curry. So I'm just going to take out this blade and we'll just keep this to the side for a moment while we poach the fish. So in the same pan, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut cream. So about 400 mils straight in. And coconut cream is much thicker than coconut milk. I do want that rich flavour though, so that's why I am using the cream. And we'll just turn that on a bit of a higher heat because we do need to poach the fish. So a splash of water, just the smallest amount of water because the fish will give off some moisture too. Okay, for the fish, I'm choosing barramundi, fantastic poached. You can use any white fish you like. Rockling works a treat, some snapper fillets. And what I'll do is just take these fillets and then place the fish into the coconut cream. So just make sure that they're not overlapping too much. And I'll place the lid on. And then we just want to poach this until it's almost cooked. You don't want to cook it all the way through at this stage because we want to fold through that vibrant green sauce. We don't want to add it yet though because we want to keep it that colour. So we'll cook it partially and then I can fold in this luscious spinach sauce. All right, the fish is cooked. See how that has stayed really vibrant green? That's because we made an effort to blanch the spinach and fold it through this sauce at the very last minute. I love this. This is such a delicious dish. Now, just to finish this off, a little acidity. I've got some lime here. Cut that in half and we'll squeeze that in. You could just use lemon if you like or a splash of white vinegar. And do taste it and see if it needs some salt. I've had a taste, it's just right. One last stir, and I'm being really careful when I stir this, just to not break up the fish too much. All right, let's plate this up. Some of those fillets in there. It really is all about that delicious sauce. If you didn't want to do this with fish, you could do this with some chicken and a generous amount of that sauce over the top. You have to serve it with lots of rice. I've got some papadums here too, and just a little bit of that extra cream that I have left over. I'm just going to pour that into a spoon and drizzle it over the top. That is a really lovely way of taking one curry concept, Palak paneer, changing the protein, creating a new dish just like that.